Hi guys, I'm John from Switchbird. I want to show you how we can take your existing FAQ content, whether that's on a page of your website or in an internal document somewhere, and apply machine learning and learn from that content how to respond to common customer inquiries, and then deploy the technology to automatically respond to those inquiries via text, SMS, Google My Business messaging, and so on. And so I've prepared a little demo of this featuring McDonald's on our messaging automation playground. This demo shows you what Switchbird is and what Switchbird does, specifically featuring this FAQ example, and I will link to this and some other examples below. I'm using McDonald's as an example only because they have this great FAQ page with some nice concise questions and answers about the McDonald's menu and so on, as well as topic pages. So I was able to put together a multi-page FAQ knowledge base undergirding this chat experience in about 2 minutes flat. So it's really easy to implement. And what I love about this is that, for those of you who know me, I've poo-pooed AI in the messaging automation industry quite a bit, because we've all had terrible experiences with AI when it plays a leading role. Here it plays a supporting role, and I'll show you how that fits in really well with some of the other functionality we provide around messaging funnels and, of course, live person-to-person messaging as well. But let's look at the FAQ bot first and just jump in to a conversation. So great, we got a little intro here. You can ask us anything about our menu, policies, employment opportunities, etc. I'm going to ask about the menu. So let me think of something here. What makes your fries taste so good? Right, we all know McDonald's fries are the best of the fast food chains, so try one of these frequently asked questions. How do you make your fries, and how much salt do you add to McDonald's fries? So I don't want to know the answer to number 2, so I'm going to go with number 1, which is a good match for the question. And you see we get a nice, thorough but still concise response here. Our world famous fries are made from quality potatoes, including russet Burbank, Ranger russet, and so on. And goes on to talk about the process. And this is great because it leverages McDonald's existing content that someone has spent time preparing for SEO purposes or what have you, in another channel where the customer actually is asking this question. And this satisfies me, and so I'll move on to more of a stumper of a question, like what goes into your beef, right? Everyone suspects it's more than beef in a McDonald's beef patty, right? So we'll see what they say. How do you make your beef patties? That's a good match. And what kind of beef does McDonald's use in your burgers? So 2 good matches. Again, I'll just go with number 1 because that's the closest. And again, we're going to get McDonald's leveraging their existing content around this topic in this messaging channel, right? Great. Answers the customer's question. You can see how this is built by clicking on the Builder tab here and looking at the flow. So here there's only one scripted flow that we put in manually. That's the welcome message. And everything else is powered by the McDonald's FAQ documents. So if we look at those, and let me shrink myself, move myself out of the way. You can see what those documents consist of, just a bunch of URLs, right? A bunch of URLs to Google indexed FAQ pages. And now I could add a document here, as many as I want. I could put all of my FAQs in a CSV where there's a column of questions, a column of answers, and it's that simple. We'd update that, upload that, and we'd be good to go. Now, where this plays a supporting role is, when you actually set up an inbox with Switchbird or, God forbid, someone else, this is what our inbox automation flow looks like, where we've got a bunch of what we call messaging funnels alongside the FAQ powered, AI powered stuff. And so the idea behind that is that you know, a messaging funnel is very directional. And so when someone comes and just engages us in unspecific conversation, what we're going to try to do is direct the conversation towards an outcome that either we want or we think that they might want, right? So we would love for someone to come in and schedule a demo, or if they have questions about pricing, they're price conscious, get that first, or see examples of our work. Right, so we can use a messaging funnel to kind of put guardrails on the conversation and direct it towards the outcome we want. But what we often experience is that, you know, someone may have done a bunch of research already and come in hot with a question like one we get often is, are you HIPAA compliant? And so in this case, especially if it's after hours or something, you know, we want to be able to identify that specific question and be able to surface the content that we've already prepared to answer that question. Is Switchbird HIPAA compliant? And yes, Switchbird can support HIPAA applications with a few minor limitations, yada, yada. So we prepared this content already. We get to leverage it. We get to answer that customer in the middle of the night before they move on to a competitor. And we get to really, again, leverage AI in a supporting role that I think, you know, relieves more friction than it introduces, which is the problem I've often had with other kinds of AI applications. Anyway, I hope you like this demo. Let me know what you think. I'll put links below in the comments or wherever this ends up. All right, thanks guys. Bye.